Shalom. All praises, honor, and glorification unto our power. Call Halim La Alahayan Nawa Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations as well as health and wellness unto the elect of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai scattered across the earth. This is your brother Allah coming to you with another lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson will be entitled A Lot is Going On. Keep a bird's eye view. We're in serious times, right? And Lord willing, the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai be edified. And Salakia for any noise, in the background. I have my household has a parrot, so, right? But, yeah, man, there's a lot going on, as it states in the title, right? You have a baby formula shortage, right? You have a shortage regarding food, right? So famine, right? You have earthquakes. You have you have talks of pestilence, right? Different sicknesses and monkeypox, right? You have talks of monkeypox, right? You have inflation, hyperinflation, right? The gas prices are rising, right? You have the situation regarding Russia and Ukraine. You have propaganda, right? You have distractions, right? Diversions, right? So you have a lot of stuff going on, and it will behoove you to keep a bird's eye view. That way you can avoid getting distracted by something that they may throw out as a serious matter, or something they may throw out, with the intent of distracting you from what's really serious that's going on. Right? So it will behoove you to keep a bird's eye view, man. A bird's eye view. Analyze everything. Matter of fact, I want to get this real quick and apply it to something. All right, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 37 and verse 14. For a man's mind is sometime wont to tell him more than 7 watchmen that sit above in an high tower. And 7 watchmen that sit above in an high tower. Ultimately, that's 7 different perspectives, right? Because that's 7 different lenses, right? Regarding each person. You see? So, and what's that? That's a bird's eye view, right? Really, you're you're, I don't know how to say it. Like when you see an eagle flying, right? It's high so it can see more things, you know. Unlike if it was on the ground, it wouldn't be able to see as much as it can when it's up in the sky flying, right? Because it's a bird's eye view, right? So it will behoove you once again to keep a bird's eye view, right? But I want to get the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Matter of fact, I want to get something else. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil as a roaring lion walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Right? This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? So once again, it will behoove you to keep a bird's eye view, because you don't want to be diverted from things of vehemence, right? Right? Of seriousness, right? things of significance, right? Importance, you know? Matter of fact. Hey, and the fact that all these things, or the fact that, matter of fact, I want to get this really quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Right, which that end of the world is ultimately dealing with the end of the rulership of Esau Edom, right? The dominion of Esau Edom, right? Because the world, right, the actual earth doesn't have an end, right? The earth is everlasting. The earth abideth forever. And to prove that, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Right? So in Matthew, the 24th chapter, and the third verse, that end of the world is not speaking of the end of the actual earth, but rather than the end of an age, right? The end of a rulership, the end of a dominion, Salakia. Right? So let me go there in the blue letter and see what it says. Right? Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. Bear with me. Salakia. And right here you see age, period of time, right? Which what period of time are we in? We're in the period of time. We're in the period of the dominion of Esau Edom, right? We're in that time, right? So it mentions age, right? Bear with me. Society, right? You see it? Society, right? You see? That's probably the best one. And number 6. Okay, but you should get the point, right? I already told you. It's dealing with the end of the rulership of Esau Edom, right? And what springs forth after that? The rulership of Jacob, right? The kingdom of Yahweh by Shemi Awashai, which by default is the kingdom of Israel. 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You see? Right? Because, two kings can't sit on one throne, which is a saying that I've heard before. Right? So, and then the kingdom of Yahweh by Shemi Awashai, and I'll say this kingdom that we're in now, are contrary one to the other. You see? Right? Because the kingdom of Esau, wasn't established upon wisdom. Right? The scriptures tell you that through wisdom is in house builded, and by understanding it is established. Proverbs 24 and 3. Through wisdom is in house builded, and by understanding it is established. You see? So in order for a kingdom to prolong, it has to be built in the proper way, right? It has to have order, right? It has to meet certain, it has to contain certain attributes, right? And ultimately, its prolonging has to be according to the liking of Yahweh Shemi Awashai, right? Because if the Lord wants a kingdom to go down, then, it's going to go down, right? But the kingdom of Yahweh Shemi Awashai will be forever, right? There will be no going down of the kingdom of Yahweh Shemi Awashai, right? But we're in the times of the the destruction of Esau's kingdom, right? The falling of Esau's kingdom. You see, right? Let me see where we're at. 9 minutes. So matter of fact, I want to get the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and I mean no, not 6, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the Highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the Highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. Right? Let me finish that which I was reading in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. Right? Matthew 24:4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? The 7th verse. For nation shall rise against nation. Right? We're hearing about that now. You have Russia and Ukraine, right? As an example. And there shall be famines. We're hearing talks of famine now. And pestilences, we're hearing about that now. And earthquakes, we're hearing about that now. In diverse places, we're hearing about that now. You see, so the fact that we're hearing about all these things at the same time is not a coincidence. This is prophecy, man, which must be fulfilled and will indeed be fulfilled. All these are the beginning of sorrows, you see. Let me get the book of 2nd Esdras, all right, chapter 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sin and scourges for amendment, right? For change. Change of what? Change of the ways of the people. Oh, is a part of that, right? You see? Oh, let me get the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and verse 6. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right? And if you're in the proper spirit, you ultimately will have the desire for the destruction of this kingdom. Right? Right? If you're in the proper spirit, you would desire the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to be established. Right? You would desire the establishment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's kingdom. Right? You shouldn't want this kingdom to be prolonged, right? And regarding that, just to prove that, 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's what you should be looking for, man. Right? Jumping up to verse 12. Looking for and hasting until the coming of the day of the Most High, when the heavens being on fire. Matter of fact, I'll read that over. 2 Peter 3 and 12, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right? You see? Let me get the book of 2nd Esdras 7 and 16. Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? And you can apply that to most jakes. Right? They haven't considered in their mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present. Why? Because they delight in that which is present, which is what? This present kingdom of Esau, Edom. Right? Right. But we ought to consider in our minds that this thing that is to come, which is the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You see? All right. So, with that, amen. Lord willing, you were edified. Once again and forever, all praises, honor, and glorification unto our power. Call Halaimla, Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations as well as health and wellness unto the elect of Yahweh Shemi Awashai scattered across the earth. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. While Yahweh Shemi Awashai Baba Kashah Abad Babor. Wa Shalom.